Alright, welcome back to Evenicle 2 to Jingu! We go to... We're finally here! Buddha! And the clam basket? This is Jingu, and that must be the famous monument of the Buddha? Or it's said at least. Holy Eve, it's huge! First time I've ever seen a statue this big! That in a herd. The old Clarkian nobles put heads on display like that. It only happened many centuries ago, after they executed a criminal. I thought that Patriot had completely destroyed it, but at least the head is still intact. I'm not sure how to put it, but don't you think it has a certain artistic avant-garde feeling to it? Alex at the girl's gazed at the lonely head resting at the center of the platform. You tourists, I'm terribly sorry, but a sudden attack from Asimovs reduced our poor Buddha to this state. Hello! Yes, it's a real shame. I can only imagine how important this monument must have been for you. Is the town planning to get it fixed, by any chance? About that, it was really colossal. It's gonna take us years to get enough wood for a new frame. Actually, it's probably gonna take a couple of decades to build a new one. The local man drooped his shoulders in sadness. We heard that some people were injured during the attack. Yeah, pieces of the statue flew everywhere and damaged nearby buildings. I don't even want to imagine the damage that something this large could have done. At least no one died. Our Buddha must have protected us until the very end. Anyway, I'm a psycho. I came here to treat the wounded as Spartan's representative. How many injured are we talking about? Ooh! I knew Spartan somehow wouldn't forget about us! Around 50 people got injured by the falling debris. 50 people? That's more than I thought! I guess we do better introduce ourselves to the town's doctor and... He's not in town. Doc went to help a nearby village and caught a new infectious disease there, so... I don't like how this sounds. It's like Asimov. Yeah, it must have been Asimov's doing. These new diseases happened appearing in towns mostly visited by Asimovian tourists. I bet my shitty old man's behind this. The nobles from the Clarkian pro-war faction must be helping him. Anyway, I do better start looking at the wounded. It will take some time to heal 50 people, since my MP takes a good night of rest to recover. It's going to be a marathon. Want to go get something to eat first? Yeah, it could be a good chance to study the local diet and see if my future patients are eating well. Kinda closed her eyes and thought, and then called out to an old passerby. Excuse me! We would like to try some of the local dishes! Any nice restaurant you could recommend to us? Sorry, lass. All the stores around here have closed ever since the incident. I guess my bento is full of our typical delicious dishes, but... What's bento? They're traditional home-packed or take-out meals neatly stuffed into a box. And our amazing Clarkian tradition. Interesting. Could I offer to switch your bento with one of our picnic baskets? It's packed full of tasty dishes from left hand. Oh, I'm glad I think kitty snack made by one of these pretty lasses. Sadly, it was me who made it, but okay. I'm the one who's cooked everything in that thing, though. Alex opened the bamboo bento box and found a serving of plain boiled rice with a few pickles on top. This is unexpectedly sober, but I guess that my lunch couldn't get more Clarkian than this. But it's just rice and veggies? Platinum's gonna die if she doesn't eat some meat! That's normal around here. The diet of the Clarkians mostly consists of rice and vegetables. Anyway, no worries, I have a dozen of BLT sandwiches for you girls in this oral basket. One with lots and lots of bacon for Platina. And a simpler BL sandwich for Kano. That means boy love. But not really. Hot fufu, I kinda never liked your tomatoes. Thanks. But that abbreviation. Seriously. Alex handed his girls their meals and sat down on a nearby bench to enjoy his Clarkian bento. After struggling with the chopsticks for a while, he finally managed to bring some pickles to his mouth. Huh? What in Eve's name? These veggies restored some of my MP. Really? Yeah, but what? It wasn't even a full point. I definitely got some, but it was so little I can barely tell. Maybe it's not the pickles? Why don't you try the rice instead? It's basically the same. It's replenishing some of my MP, but the amount is really small. Alex! Alex! What about this stuff? Patna pointed at a couple of bamboo leaves that the old man had used to wrap the rice. I think that the leaves are just for decoration. I'm pretty sure the Clarkians don't eat them. Well, you can't be sure of that until you give it a try. Go on, eat up! Fine, fine. Stop poking me. Oh wow, you're right. It was the leaves. Alex took another bite and noticed that his MP had quickly replenished. Those are Ricklet's bamboo leaves. They smell really good, so we used them to give our food some more flavor. Do these plants grow around here? Yeah. There aren't many, but you can't find some if you look around. Alright, let's go get some leaves. Remember the bamboo grove we passed on the way here? I bet that's the perfect spot to harvest some. But I don't want to eat a bunch of leaves. Let me prepare a dressing to help with the taste. Alex found a way to quickly replenish his MP and headed back to the bamboo grove with his wives. That could go to the church, but no! The shop burst! No weapons, no armors, no accessories. 25,000 for that. No. Oh yeah, no disease. Anyways, yep, please. Goodies! Come on, Kana, sit down and let me treat you with medica. You can breed Yoragi later. Yes, I know. Just wait a second. I mean, Zero, not Yoragi. Well, maybe Yoragi as well. Who knows? Hi. Yes? Kana, I just wanted to ask. Are you suddenly fondling my boobies and caressing my belly? Well, I have to admit that I'm seeing you in a new light after you got married. You give off the vibe of a mature and properly married lady now. Don't mind her, Yoragi. She's definitely having a relapse. But I don't mind. Kana can touch my boobies as much as she wants since we're both girls. Still. What? You just go to let her? Yes. But my belly is so flabby. It's really so much fun to play with it. Ah no, I was just thinking. Maybe massaging this area could cause your womb to drop down. Or something like that. Holy Eve, what are you even talking about? It doesn't. Here, sit down at the medical bed already. Alex forced his wife on the mattress and closed his eyes to summon his healing power! Medica! What was wrong with me? Kana finally processed all the weird stuff she had been saying. You've got the Furin syndrome this time. The Furin syndrome? What kind of disease is that? It's a rare disease that causes the patient to develop a fetish for married women, making you wish you could impregnate them all. That sounds like the most embarrassing disease ever! At least you have nothing to worry about since you're a girl. Yeah, that's what saved you. A man with the same condition would have been arrested by now. I bet! Without the weird places I've been touching Yuragi. We'll need a rock clam to eradicate this disease. They're usually found in the autumn region of Clark. Ah, I'm looking forward to seeing which kind of dish you prepare for us this time. Just you wait. I love seafood, so I'm going all out for this. Hey, are you two even planning to cure me at all? We're not on a food tasting trip. Right. Alex timidly answered his wife while trying to avoid her inquisitive gaze. Alex analyzed Kana's fooding syndrome and learned about its symptoms and eradication treatment. How bad exactly is it? That's a question. Causes great discomfort around the womb area. Is that it? Author gets married women, a very dangerous disease to contract in a world ruled by Myra Eve's law. Because affected individuals utterance to fly out of their body! Oh no! She's getting out the MN diseases, my god, man. What's the second way? Jeez, I can't tell exactly. Well, whatever. We're gonna care that fetish of hers. Also, what's bad about the Imperial Code? Increases all patients' parameters without exceptions. Okay, that sucks. Make us a patient to automatically defend battle. We already know that. Make us a patient to skip your turn in battle due to extreme sweating. Damn it! Anyways, charge. Lady Masquerade, hello! I have been waiting for you. Please come closer. The saint warmly welcomed Alex and the girls into the local church. I've never been one for churches, but I have to say I thought they do be more crowded. Here in Clark, most of the observed rites are celebrated during specific holidays. This leaves the local churches fairly unattended on ordinary days. I wish I could attend the Hatsumode ones. It's a traditional Clarkian festivity celebrated on New Year's Day. The locals visit the closest church in the first hours of the morning to pray and leave donations. And then, there's the Valentine's ceremony. Oh, and Halloween is coming up soon. Pumpkins sell like hotcakes during this season. But I guess that Asimov and Clark aren't in a very festive mood. What do you use the pumpkins for? Do you eat them? Nah, you scoop the contents out and dress them up. They're special pumpkins that were selectively bred for their size rather than taste. There sure are a lot of different religious ceremonies around the world, huh? I had only heard about the Valentine's festival that takes place in the Royal Garden until now. Well, that's the second most famous festival in the world. It's incredibly popular with couples. Wow. Valentine's Day is greatly emphasized in this game. Oh yeah, I've heard about it too. The Valentine's Festival is celebrated every year in the city of Green Square. The sky over Royal Garden turns pink during the ceremony. It's so romantic! They see that if a couple makes love during the festival, they'll be blessed with a healthy childbirth. Right, it's a ceremony for married normies. You're also married, dude. Wait a second! I'm a normie with several wives as well now! Not so much of a normie with bazillions of wives. I was still single when I first heard about it, so I couldn't stand whoever got to participate in it. Let's go see the festival together next time. Now then, shall we continue the conversation from last time? Masquerade changed the subject and asked everyone to lend her an ear. Right, about Asclepius. How come his story is kept secret from the believers? Maybe there's something about him that most people are better off not knowing? Better than that. His story would simply set a bad example for the children. It's that bad. I can imagine why. Now then, I believe I should begin his tale from the start. When Asclepius was born into this world, many strange diseases were spreading chaos across the land. It must have been the end of the colonization era, when the Holy Knight's progeny founded the duchies. Yes, his children passed their power to their own descendants, increasing the number of skill and spell users. This gave humanity a chance to fight back against the monsters, ushering in a new era of prosperity. At the time, even small children could hunt monsters for fun since no one fell ill. Really? That's amazing! The monsters wouldn't be that scared then! But then, the hero syndrome reared its ugly head, and humanity was again threatened by the monster menace. Humankind's reliance on skills had grown so great that he had forgotten how to fight without them. Which is still a problem today. Even the church lost most of its saints and the incredible healing spells they wielded. One by one. Sounds like a real bad situation. I think the cities are protected by Mare Eve's rituals. It's not an exaggeration to say that humankind could have gone extinct if it wasn't for that. Forget being unable to defend yourself from monster attacks. You even had people dying from new diseases. It was a perfect and deadly combo to put us in a squeeze, really. And it was during those dire times that Asclepius, the legendary psycho, appeared. There weren't many doctors back then, right? But sure, he had to work a lot. It's so sad to think that most people don't even know he existed. And the rest think he was a quack. Indeed, not even his true name is remembered by the public. Oh! Wait, what? I thought his name was Asclepius. His true name was Asclepius. But everyone simply called him Art. Art? Sounds like a silly nickname. Not even his real name was probably recorded in the annals of history. Sadly, it was a consequence of the fact that not even his medica could save everyone. Huh? I think I may have a hunch about what the problem was. Oh yeah, like we couldn't use medica properly on Pi until we figured out Calor's biology and stuff. Putting his amazing accomplishments anyways aside, the real problem was the poor reputation he developed. From the very start, the masses did not look kindly upon his actions. What did he do? One day, he met a beautiful girl from his hometown who had fallen ill with a fatal disease. Art asked her to have sex with him since she was dying anyway. Wow. I'm starting to think that she must have been a real piece of trash. To his surprise, her parents instantly agreed and gave her to him. In fact, they were happy to have one less mouth to feed. Okay, they were real pieces of trash as well. The girl married him and miraculously recovered from her sickness as Art's medica awoke. That sounds just like what happened between Alex and me. You sure have it nice, Yoragi. Hey, wait! Why am I the only one noticing the killer look in her eyes? Anyways, don't worry, Masquerade, I'm gonna find all your boobies really nice. If you're gonna let me, that is! The two then grew close and built a family together. Those around them could not appreciate that. Ah, but why? The girl Art had married was a truly beautiful maiden, and Mary had pined for her hand before she fell ill. If they loved her so much, they shouldn't have abandoned her when she was sick. Damn straight! The two of them grew so distressed by the situation that they abandoned their hometown to travel the world. Soon enough, The same people who caused them to depart spread ill rumors to the nearby cities. They said that Art was a quack doctor who claimed he could cure any disease just to have sex with girls. Well, it takes a while to get convinced that sex is a fundamental component of medica's treatment. I mean, I couldn't believe it either before I saw it happen with my own eyes. Oh! Where did they go next? You know, I believe we shall continue with our story once you meet me at the church in the next city. That's lovely. Now I'm curious to hear what happened next. I still have some time. Is there anything else you would like to ask me? My daily life is quite dull, but if I can answer your question, I surely shall. What do you saints do when you get horny? Oh, for Eve's sake, what's wrong with you? We masturbate, of course. Acquiring the right tools to satisfy ourselves without hurting our public image is quite a struggle. Wow. She really answered. Wait, can't you use the praying system to banish your carnal desires? Sadly, prayers do not work for us saints. Before Art appeared, many of the old saints had to find solace among themselves. Really? What a waste. At times like those, tomboyish girls like Miss Kana were exceedingly popular among my old sisters. Chima-chimpo! I didn't need nor want to know that! Look at her blush. She still gets love letters from all kinds of girls basically every day after all. Wait! How do you know that? How? Now then, Mr. Dr. Alex, I shall be waiting for your deck in Kakuri, for you all in Kakuri, huh? Sure, no worries, we'll be there before you know it. Alex and his girls thanked Masquerade and then left the church. Rest. Yeah! Instead of raining cats and dogs! Out of nowhere!
仏像の街に雨か。なんだか降るね。ところで、部屋のそこかしこにあるたらいは一体何でしょう？
Maybe the cleaning ladies forgot it there? Let's just put it in that closet. Will somebody close the door?
ま、安宿だ。その辺は仕方ないな。
Close the door! Alex and the girls soon came to understand why the container had been placed there. Water suddenly dripped from the ceiling onto the floor where they had found the bucket. The roof's leaking.
たらいが置かれたのはそういうわけね。安宿だから仕方ない。安宿だから仕方ない。もううるさい!
The annoying dripping continued for the whole night. And it stopped. Thank heavens.
おはよう! 雨上がったよ! 外は雨露がキラキラ光ってとっても綺麗ですよ。おはよう。みんな眠れた？
Not much, no.
うとうとするたびにポツンコツンピチャンじゃな。
I'm sorry, Kana.
皆さん辛そうですね。
She didn't care. Alex and the other girls somehow dragged their bodies out of the inn.
気力体力ともに充実です。
I will not lose the count from this! How? Anyways, I'm gonna level up real quick. 2 levels and everybody else 1 level. And skill points. Awesome. What else could we do? Actually, let me check the analyze again. 4 diseases! And there could be more! Heart. Oh! There they are! I bet this is our reckless bamboo! Alright, let's get to work! The girls split up and started gathering some leaves from the nearby plants. Pick the softest ones, okay? Look for the buds. Come on, don't be a baby. You can eat any leaf just fine. Here, your wife picked and cooked it with love just for you. Shut up and eat it. That's exactly why you can't cook. You have to use the sprouts. Actually, wait a second. This can't be called cooking. They're raw leaves. Alex, you don't want to numb the leaves that partner cooked for you? Not at all. No worries. I'll eat them all. Want me to feed you while you're treating your patients? Like this? Say, oh! Really? You do that? Promise that you will and I'll eat them all. No, never mind. It's too embarrassing to do something like that in public. Kung Fu Fool. Those two are really made for each other. Alex and the girls have eaten some reckless bubble leaves. Wait, that's what's the story, right? Right? And there you go, you're as good as new. Take it easy for the rest of the day. Wow, my broken arm is healed. It doesn't hurt anymore. Here, say... Okay, next. And you're done too. Oh, the cuts I got from the debris are gone. And my hemorrhoids healed as well. That's because they're not a disease. They're caused by an inflammation of vascular structures of the anal canal. Anyway, try to get some rest for the day and eat healthy. Alex treated the injured locals while taking breaks to eat some bamboo leaves every now and then. Wow, he actually looks like a proper doctor. Alex is so cool. You girls sure have it good. I wanna fuck him too. Seriously, that personality of yours is exactly why you can't find a partner. Anyway, why don't you get some more of those leaves for your trip if they restored his MP? Alex said that the effect is getting weaker the more he's eating them. That's too bad. I guess that finding an infinite source of MP would be too good to be true. Here's the final bite. Say, Alright, and Aramon should be healed with... What an incredibly talented psycho! As expected of Spartan-sama's personal doctor. She was extremely worried about everyone here in Jingu, you know? Oh, Spartan-sama. She truly is the Jewel of Clark. What a kind girl, what a kind girl. Hunfufu. Looks like Lady Spartan's feelings reached out the locals. If only we had a way to quickly repair our statue, everything would be back to normal. Give it up! Our Buddha is a goner. Damn, I smell for your dogs! We're gonna remember this! The locals gazed at the lonely head of the monument and grumbled about the neighboring duchy. Yes, it's a true tragedy. We know that the statue was exceptionally important to all of you. But I can't imagine what kind of body this guy had. Oh, he was real manly. He was sitting cross-legged and beautifully sticking out a hand in prayer. Wait, was it the left one or the right? I guess he was a bit chubby. And he was wearing... Wait, what was he wearing again? I'm pretty sure that he wasn't naked, but that's all I remember. Are you sure that this big guy was really that important to them? You know, it's probably because it was normal for them to see it every day. People tend to not pay much attention to the details of something they always have in front of them. Anyway, our work here is done. Let's return to Utsushia and report back to Spartan. What are you going to do, Miss Brownie? Want to come with us? Huh? Who, me? Brownie had been gazing at the giant head with a fascinated expression. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna tag along. I gotta go that way to head back home anyway. Alright, no worries. Alex and his wives healed Jingu's inhabitants and headed back to Utsushia with Brody. Alex and the girls arrived in Utsushia and hurried to Spartan's mansion. My retainers let me know that the gloomy atmosphere that was permeating Jingu had disappeared. I do not know how to thank you. Hey, no worries, we're glad we could help. I can see you truly are a skilled psycho, Alex-san. Please allow me to thank you in place of all Jingu's inhabitants. Nah, it's not me they should thank. Excuse me? I offered to help only because I realized that you genuinely care for your people. So, if Jingu's citizens had to thank anyone, that person would be you. Good job, Spartan. I'm happy to see that you're a kind girl who places the well-being of her people first. Alex! Do you really think you should address a duchess like that? Thank you ever so much. Hey! Yeah, I must admit that I am not used to receiving words of praise, and that's a bit embarrassing. She's happy about it? Yeah, well, we hardly ever get praised for what we do. I guess that everyone must be scared we may get too arrogant and come up with strange ideas. Sounds harsh. You break your back for your people and you don't even get a small word of appreciation? But they better praise you for all the good things you've done until now then. You're amazing, Spartan! My, thank you ever so much! I must admit I'm somewhat envious of Patriot for being able to count on such a kind doctor. Hey, I could become your personal doctor too if you wanted. I offer my services. Actually, I insist that you consider my offer. Oh my, would that really be okay with you? But I am very sorry. I can't make this decision by myself. I shall consult with my advisors first. Sure, no worries. Let me know how it goes. I knew that her husband would get the Duchess of Clark to trust him in no time. Honestly, the Duchesses of Asimov and Clark are so easy that I'm a bit worried. Says the one who's pounced on the guy the very same day she met him. Anyway, treating physical wounds is relatively easy, but psychological ones may take some time to heal. Yes, the citizens of Jingu were all very angry and sad by the loss of their monument. But be sure that staring at the head is only making them feel worse. Any plans to get the statue fixed? Our top priority right now is to prepare for the war. At the moment, we don't have any funds to spare for the reconstruction of the monument. And based on the latest reports, we lack the materials needed to do the old statue justice. Yeah, and let's not forget that the giant Buddha was incredibly ancient. I doubt it would be possible to recreate anything similar without studying the old monument. Too bad it's gone. I guess you'll have to count on the memory of Jingu's inhabitants for the design. But those guys didn't remember what it looked like. You could ask Heinlein to send a shipment of high quality wood for the new frame. Actually, forget about that. I'm not sure it'd be a good idea to be indebted to Rona. So, you think this war could be avoided if we restore the statue? I believe it may help soothe everyone's hearts from this tragic loss and make them reconsider. Oh, also, we're pretty sure that X-Type has spread a bunch of diseases here in Clark as well. Yes, the regions governed by the free households are all suffering from strange epidemics. It can't be a mere coincidence. Did you consider using the ferry from Red Cross to transport the needed medicines? The afflictions spreading through the domains of the free households are all rare conditions. The medical guild let us know that it may take many years to develop the necessary drugs. I see, but things could calm down if we eradicated the diseases going around. We did capture Andy after all. She's the one who was spreading X-type diseases around the world. Andy? You mean the girl who was recently moved to the Great Stockades for detention? I heard that she is refusing to answer any questions about her organization. She wasn't doing too well when we apprehended her, mentally speaking. Is she giving you problems? No. I have heard that she spends all day staring at a blank space as if barely conscious. Atreus later also mentioned that Except's members have infiltrated the royal court. Yeah, and that means we can't touch them. Indeed, we don't meddle in the affairs of the royal palace, and in exchange the king doesn't meddle in ours. That is how the relationship between the royal family and us Techis has always been. Breaking this silent agreement that has developed through the ages may create many problems. But the Clarkians will think that the diseases have been spread by Asimov if we don't expose them. It is so vexing to see that I can do nothing but watch as my people fill their hearts with hate and ruin. Spartan cast her gaze to the floor and clouded in a sad expression. Say, Brownie, do you think it will be possible to build a giant Buddha that looks like the old one? Nah. Rebuilding it exactly like it was is just impossible. Figures. But I can't build a new statue close enough to the old one? Huh? Seriously? But I believe we don't have any of the materials needed to construct a new monument. It's fine. I've got something in mind. Just follow my instructions and let me do my thing. Alex. Fixing the Buddha may bring some of the Clarkians to reconsider this war. Alright, no worries. Brownie's never let us down. Let's give her a hand with this idea. For reals? Did my burning glove finally reach you? Give me a smooch, you hot stud! Stop trying to kiss me! Look, I'm only doing this for Spartan's sake. Excuse me? Let's just say I'm fond of cute and hard-working girls like you. It makes me want to help them out. Kawaii and hard-working girls. Oh, me? Huh? You're not? Don't tell me you're actually a boy. That's not what I meant. I'm the Duchess of this land. I'm not used to being seen as a woman. That's a pity. Cute girls like you should be appropriately wooed. My! There you go again with that... Cute. Yeah! Alex is ready to get this important lady too! Only he will dare to seduce one duchess after another. Well... We're still working on the ailment one. But yeah, let us give you a hand if that's okay. What do you need help with, Brownie? Remember the place you found me buried at? We can start by going back there. It wasn't the way to Jingu, right? Yep, alright, we're up! Thank you so much, Alexan. No, Alexama! I shall be counting on you once more. Aren't you glad, dear? Your father got you promoted from Alexan to the even more respectful Alexama. Then that's not the one I was after! Actually, wait. I wasn't after anything at all! I swear! Spartan gave a light giggle and politely accompanied Alex's group to the entrance of her residence. Alright, let's head for that pile of collapsed drugs where we found Brownie. It was near Jingu. Yeah, I'm arrested. Alright, all rested. Let's go to the cave. This is where we found you, right? What were you doing under these rocks? Nah, I'm gonna tell you later. Help me move these rocks out of the way for now. Alex and his vibes followed Brownie's instructions and cleared the boulders away. This is gonna be some kind of Oh yeah, yep! Ah, there's a cave here! There's a secret passage! Don't tell me! It's the entrance to a mysterious ruin from a long-forgotten age! Charlotte grabbed the Puppin's girl by her shoulders and shook her in excitement. Calm down! You're spitting all over my face! Only Alex can do that. Alex! Spit on your face right away! This is an order! Hard pass. By the way, does this game lead somewhere? I can't see the end from here. That's a Poppins tunnel. We used them to illegally mine Clark's ore veins back in the day. Illegally? Meh, it's fine. It's been ages since then. Problem is, we dug so many that we forgot where most of them lead to. So it's not the entrance to a network of ancient ruins. If it's just a mining shaft, there's probably nothing interesting in there. Hey girl, let's switch your arrow to get disappointed. Brownie looked at the archaeologist girl with a confident grin. Look at this! The Poppins reached into her cleavage and produced a dirty piece of paper? It's a treasure map! A treasure map! Yeah, I found it among the blueprints scattered in our old Poppins den. That place is a real mess, let me tell you. Maybe, you know, just throw away the papers for the stuff you finished building. Like we can do that. We Poppins live to invent and create contraptions, you know. We can't throw away the papers of a contraption that someone else worked hard to build. Besides, you never know when they may come in handy. Yeah, that's exactly what every compulsive hoarder says. Well, the Poppins aren't exactly good at keeping things tidy to begin with. Anyway, this is one of our old blueprints. It also marks the place where this guy hid his invention. At first, I thought it was gonna be a contraption like any other. But seeing Monkaiser Blast completely changed my mind. This thing could be another. You know. So you came here to look for this contraption and got buried by a cave-in near the exit? Does that mean there could be a treasure in this game? Yeah, and I already saw it with my own eyes. This is gonna help us rebuild that huge statue like big time. So, what is this treasure you're talking about exactly? Let me show you. Let's just go inside and... There's tons of monsters in the tunnel. Keep your guard up. Okay, fine. Lead the way. Alex and his wife followed the Poppins girl into the passage. Oh boy! But that is for another episode. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the show, and I'll see you in another episode real soon.